it is a balancing act in terms of governance. This is something that I have learned from my father. He remained Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh 6 times, and he had very good relations with the even BJP governments at that point in time. Not only me, but a lot of my colleagues were also approached by the BJP. But I have been on, rather, my father. He's been in the Congress party ever since he joined politics. And in Himachal, he was Virbhadra Singh was synonymous with Congress party. If I wanted to take a call at some point, I would have done it long back. Today, because she has been nominated as the BJP candidate from Mandi, she's taken a lot of somersaults over the period of time. She has been changing her narratives on a lot of historical facts. She has spoken contrary to what the historical facts are. All these issues will be raked up. Stardom alone cannot help you to win elections. This assumption that he did not know English and that is why he was not made the prime minister is something that is, I would say, absolutely ridiculous. I don't see myself as a rebel. I see myself as a person who calls a spade a spade. Even in the future, if at some time I think that it is important for me to raise my voice, I definitely will do that. We definitely need to work on the governance model within the organization and get fresh blood. The exodus that has been happening entirely, it is not happening because of the BJP. There must have been some shortcomings on our end also.
Hello and welcome to HT's ongoing talk show, The Interview, and our special segment, Elections 2024, The Big Picture. कितना है बदनसीब जफर दफन के लिए, 2 गज जमीन भी न मिली कुएं यार में. Vikramaditya Singh had quoted Bahadur Shah Zafar when the state government failed to install his father's statue in his home state of Himachal Pradesh. For record, prince turned politician, Vikramaditya Singh is Virbhadra and Pratibha Singh's son. Virbhadra Singh, a Congress loyalist, and Pratibha, a loyalist turned rebel. Fast forward, and we find Vikramaditya Singh in the fray as a Congress candidate from Mandi in Himachal Pradesh, facing film star Kangana Ranaut. It is her candidature more than anything else that makes this constituency the one to watch out for. We have with us none other than Vikramaditya Singh to talk about his rollercoaster ride, the blue blood, the BJP, and of course, Kangana Ranaut. Vikramaditya Singh here with us in this edition of Elections 2024, The Big Picture. Welcome to the show, Mr. Vikramaditya Singh, and thank you for being here with us.
Thank you very much.
Let me begin with your father, someone who I knew personally. How much of his politics and your mother's influenced you, or do you charter a different course?
No, definitely my father, who was an institution in public life, in politics. Today, though he is not there in this world, but he has left a fine imprint all through the state. And definitely, I am thriving to take forward his legacy, the work that has been done by him. And my mother also is a senior parliamentarian who's represented Mandi parliamentary constituency 3 times, and she is the current PCC president. So definitely, they are a source of inspiration for me. And the work that has been done, particularly by my father, is something that inspires me. But we have to move forward to make Himachal strong in every sense.
But you know, times have changed. And in that context, you are Gen Next. So let me ask you, what is the kind of stamp you have left and you will leave?
See, I can say that yes, I belong to a family that is a political family for sure, but I have made my own mark in politics also. You have to inculcate a lot of new things, a lot of new technologies, a lot of new thinking. You have to evolve yourself, and that is what I've been trying to do. And that is how I see myself going forward in the times to come.
You are a prince politician, if I may use the term, and thus blue blood. How does that work on the ground? And given that Himachal has traditionally elected royals 13 times out of 19, if my figures are right, does your being a royal work to your advantage?
And being from a erstwhile royal family definitely gives you, I would say, a jumping pad. But then you have to build on that. You have to connect with the electorate. You have to connect with the people on your own terms. And I have been trying to do that. I have been trying to raise the issues of my constituency. I have been trying to raise the issues of the entire state. And I have also boldly spoken on national issues.
So rather than calling you a prince politician, I should call you a rebel politician.
No, no, not really. That is a different terminology you're using. But yes, I look upon, I respect my electorate. I respect the people of the state, and I continuously thrive to earn their respect and love.
But isn't it also a fact that Himachal has traditionally elected royals 13 times out of 19? And doesn't that royalty factor or your blue blood work to your advantage?
See, if you are talking in context of Mandi parliamentary constituency, yes, as you rightly said, that late Shri Virbhadra Singh ji, Pratibha Singh ji, and also the BJP MP from there formerly, who's also a former royal of Kullu state, has represented that area. But I would not say that it is only because of your blue blood or because you come from that royal lineage that people elect you. It is also because of your own working. First time when you get elected, maybe at some point in time that could have been uh, 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 a thing in the voters' mind. But over the period of time, you have to perform. You have to win the hearts and minds of the people of the state, of the people you are representing. But yes, definitely, because there have been some connects with these families. But ultimately, what really matters is the kind of personal repo and the personal connect you have with your electorate.
Royalty apart, between your competitor and between the Congress and BJP, and we are talking specifically about your constituency, what are the pluses that the Congress enjoys and what are the challenges that you are likely to face?
So I have been actively touring that area of Mandi Parliament. In fact, for that matter, the entire state, but particularly Mandi Parliamentary constituency, because recently we had a big disaster in the state. And most of that damage happened in Mandi Parliamentary constituency. I was there on the ground 24/7. We helped the people in whatever way we could. So yes, the in terms of education, UPA government has been able to start the IIT in Mandi. The four laning of the roads is also happening, which was initiated again by the UPA government. But I would also give credit to the present government, NDA government, under Honorable Prime Minister Modi, who has successfully taken that forward. And now we have the Rotang Tunnel again, which was part of the initial plan of the UPA government, but it was completed during the NDA government. We have a big amount of ex-servicemen also in Mandi parliamentary constituency, and they have their grievances. So that is also something that I would like to take up in the times to come.
2 points. One, you spoke about the Mandi disaster. And that is the point where you said Kangana Ranaut was missing. And the second point, I sense that while praising the Congress, you have also given enough credit to the BJP and Mr. Modi in particular. You also said in the past, all doors are open in politics. Does this imply that you could consider walking out of the Congress door and walk into the open door of the BJP if things don't go your way? And from what you've just said, I get a sense that you are doing a great balancing act.
No, it is not a balancing act in terms of politics. It is a balancing act in terms of governance. This is something that I have learned from my father. He remained Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh 6 times. and he had very good relations with the even BJP governments at that point in time. That is something that has left a fine imprint in me. And I believe that as far as governance is concerned, you have to have cordial relations with everybody. And that is how it should be in public life. As far as the developmental trajectory is concerned, I will always work as in a bipartisan way, rising above petty politics.
But it is also a fact that the BJP was sending feelers to you. Were you tempted?
Not only me, but a lot of my colleagues were also approached by the BJP. In Himachal, Virbhadra Singh was synonymous with Congress party. So it was something that I have learned from him, and whether it is the good times or the bad times, we've always stood by the party. And I know that my future lies only in the Congress party. So I will continue to be in the party and raise the flag of the party.
If I can quote at this stage and compare Kejriwal's statement, who had at one point said, मैं बच्चों की कसम खाता हूं, मैं कांग्रेस के साथ नहीं जाऊंगा. Do I take it that विक्रमादित्य सिंह कसम खाते हैं कि वो कभी बीजेपी के साथ नहीं जाएंगे?
No, 100% when I'm saying I will be in Congress party, I will be in Congress party. If I wanted to take a call at some point, I would have. But because we are committed to the ideology of the party and we are committed to the ideology of the idea of India, which is very different to what the Bharatiya Janata Party is propagating, and the various pillars of democracy are being completely being subjugated by the powers, is something that we stand against. And definitely, as I said, that at some point where governance needs to take a center stage, we will definitely have cordial relations also. But that is nothing got to do with the political ideology that we stand for.
So your statement, all doors are open in politics, does not apply to the BJP as far as you are concerned.
Yes, you can say that.
What about the criticism about Kangana Ranaut missing from Mandi when the disaster took place? That was the second part of my question.
She's been touring around the state and been claiming that she is Beti of Himachal Pradesh. But as I just said, that this disaster struck just 5, 6 months back. So what stopped her from coming and meeting people and sharing the grief with them? As she's claiming that she is Beti of Himachal Pradesh, so this is something that she should have done. So this is something that she needs to answer to the people of the parliament today, because she has been nominated as the BJP candidate from Mandi. She has also she's taken a lot of somersaults over the period of time. She has been changing her narratives. She has been changing her stances on a lot of issues. On a lot of historical facts, she has spoken contrary to what the historical facts are. All these issues will be raked up because she will have to answer these questions to her electorate and particularly to the people of Himachal Pradesh.
I'm going to come to the historical fact a little later. But before that, let me ask you, is it a queen versus king battle?
No, I respect her for what she is, and I don't want to limit this entire campaign to the clash of personalities between two individuals. So my focus will be entirely on the people, the different sections of the society. As I said, the ex-servicemen, the tourism industry, the government employees, the youth. I will not let this narrative be built only against a.
Let me rephrase this, and I promise you we will move on from Kangana Ranaut to other issues after this. But you are facing a film star. How different does this election then become? It is kind of a celebrity versus a politician.
Stardom alone cannot help you to win elections. Yes, she has the might of the BJP government behind her. That is a separate matter. But as far as her stardom is concerned, that will not cut much ice amongst the people, the electorate, because they understand and they've seen these things previously, whether it is in Gurdaspur, whether it is in Mathura, whether it is in other high profile areas where stars were elected, and after the elections they have not bothered to go down to their constituency, meet their people, and this entire disconnect between the representative and their electorate is something that the people of Himachal Pradesh have realized, and they will not be swayed by this particular factor. Yes, I understand that because of the might of the BJP government and the might of the machinery that they are using, that is something that we will continue to fight against and we will win.
Her latest statement about Netaji Subhas Chandra Bose being India's first prime minister made headlines. Would you say it was sheer ignorance or political strategy?
I would like to quote the grandson of Subhash Chandra Bose ji, who said that she,
Grandnephew.
sorry, yes, grandnephew, who said that please don't play politics with the legacy of Subhash Chandra Bose. And secondly, Subhash Chandra Bose passed away in 1945, whereas we gained independence officially in 1947. And the second statement she made about Sardar Patel, where she said that he did not know English. I would like to remind her that he graduated from Inns College in London, and he was a barrister in law, and all the letters that he has written are in English. So this assumption that he did not know English and that is why he was not made the prime minister is something that is, I would say, absolutely ridiculous.
But while you quote his grandnephew, who I interviewed last week, he said technically he didn't use these words, but the thrust of it was that technically she was not wrong because Netaji was the first prime minister of undivided India. And even BJP has defended her on that. You yourself are a student of history, so you cannot alter this fact.
No, but officially, the first Prime Minister of India was Jawaharlal Nehru. That is what the fact is historically, and according to the recognition, it was Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru who was the first Prime Minister of India. And I don't, at this point, I think going into that debate is something that is not important. But yes, she tried to make a political point, but it was historically incorrect.
Do you watch Hindi films?
On and off, yes, a little bit.
Have you watched any of Kangana Ranaut's films?
No, I've only seen two movies of her, Queen and Fashion. And in both these movies, she's done a good job. So that is why I said that as a Bollywood actress, and she's done good amount of work. But yes, as far as a politician is concerned, she has a lot of she's drawn a lot of flack for all her political statements and all her controversial statements, which I don't want to go into depth, but that is something that definitely will come up during the peak of electioneering in Himachal.
So, is that where the queen of controversies came up, the term you used for her?
No, it is not me that has used this in a lot of different public interaction. A lot of people have said these things about her because of the statements that she's made about her colleagues, about one of the most respected figures in not only in India but globally, His Holiness the Dalai Lama, and a lot of other celebrities also. So that is something that everybody knows and talks about.
Now, coming to the Congress, you are seen, unfortunately, as a rebel within the party. Would that adversely affect your electoral prospects?
See, I don't see myself as a rebel. I see myself as a person who calls a spade a spade. And it is not for the first time that I have raised my voice. And whenever I think that my voice needs to be raised in the larger interest of the organization and the working of the state, I have always done so in the past also. So this time also I raised my voice because of certain issues, and I spoke to the high command, and they assured me that all steps will be taken to address your grievances, and they have done so. Even in the future, if at some time I think that it is important for me to raise my voice, I definitely will do that. And that is something that never happens in the BJP. There is only one person who speaks, and no other person is allowed to say or give his mind. But on the contrary, in the Congress party, you are allowed to speak and you are allowed to put forward your thoughts. And that is exactly what I had done.
There is angst in some of your statements when you said, no point blaming the other side, and we should look within. So let me ask you some of the questions that you have been wanting the Congress to answer. One, why is the exodus happening? And two, why are leaders who swear by the Congress not given their due? You and your mother being classic examples.
I would not like to answer this question right now because this is something that is a long term process. And once the elections are over, post that, it is something that we need to work upon. So yes, there are some shortcomings. I would not deny the fact, and in every organization there are shortcomings, but this is something that we need to dwell upon post elections.
Okay, let me put this differently. What does the Congress need to do to set its house in order?
Get fresh blood. The exodus that has been happening entirely, it is not happening because of the BJP. There must have been some shortcomings on our end also. So that is something we need to work upon, and we need to strengthen the organization as a war machine which works 24/7. The BJP works as a war machine 24/7. Once they win elections, the very next day they start with working on the next general elections. So there is nothing wrong in learning from your political adversaries also. Post elections, I would raise my voice about this and work on these issues.
Coming back to this contest, BJP leader Jairam Thakur's hold over Mandi could be a challenge, as also the fact that Kargil war hero Kushal Thakur has pledged support to Kangana, and there are lakh plus ex servicemen in this constituency. Do you see that as a problem?
See, the support that has been pledged by the gentleman that you spoke about must have been in public, but the resentment that has been simmering not only amongst the ex-servicemen because of him being denied the ticket, and but a lot of other leaders also within the BJP, the grassroots workers of the BJP who have been ignored for the parachute leader that has been brought in, is something that is continuously simmering within their house. But I don't want to comment on the things because it is a prerogative of the BJP to give the ticket to whoever they want. But it will have a fallout in the elections.
Given that this is one of the most talked about contests, how intense is the pressure on you?
No, I don't take pressure at all. I am going with a cool mind. I will go to the people, to the electorate with the work that we have done. And as I am quite young in age, I will also seek their blessings. And if there have been any shortcomings on my part or the part of the government, we will talk about it and then try to rectify in the times to come. And ultimately, winning or losing is all part of the game. We are very sure that we will 100% win the seat, but ultimately, it is the electorate who decides on your political fortunes, and you have to accept whatever they have to offer.
Let me wrap this up with a couplet you quoted. कितना है बदनसीब जफर दफन के लिए दो गज जमीन भी न मिली कुएं यार में. You had quoted Bahadur Shah Zafar when the state government did not install your father's statue. Has the emotion died down and is all well, or would you recite yet another couplet?
Those were my sentiments as a son. And yes, I have spoken about it to the Honorable Chief Minister. I have spoken about it to the High Command. I am, other than being a politician, I'm also a son of Shri Virbhadra Singh ji, and I am a very emotional person. So something where I felt hurt, I openly expressed my views, but the High Command has said that they will look into it, and we will move in the right directions in the times to come.
Mr. Vikramaditya Singh, thank you very much. Thank you for your time, and thank you for taking most of my questions, though a bit reluctantly.